Okay, there we go. So thank you so much, Mr. Frederick Gichoke, for the invite. I truly appreciate for you inviting me to come and share my story with the team. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Muhumuza Justus from Kampala, Uganda, and I've been part of New Life for now about 14 years. And I want to start by thanking Mr. Freddie Gichuki for the information that he's been able to share with us. To be honest, I think if you were to get this kind of information from out there, it would really be very, very, very difficult. Because I have had chances to go for to meet with doctors. In most cases, all they would want to do is to listen to how do you feel, how do you feeling any pain, how for how long, and then they will simply listen and they prescribe some medicines, and they don't even tell you what you're suffering from. They don't tell you how to prevent it. So when you have an opportunity to listen to this kind of quality information, like what Mr. Gichuki has been able to share with us, honestly, the first thing you should do is to thank him. And if you're a guest and you're listening in for the very first time, you really need to thank the person who sent you this link. So you need to thank them for you've been able to get this kind of valuable and quality information. I got started in New Life when I was only 20 years. I'm now 34 years old. And when I got started, it was about the money. It was about money because first and foremost, as 20 years, of course, you wouldn't think of diabetes, you wouldn't think of cancer, you wouldn't think of pressure, you wouldn't think of anything. And in fact, every time I actually attended such kind of meetings, all that I was actually always interested in was actually sorry about that. When I got started because of the money. I had been chased out of school because of school fees issues. And every single time I attended such kind of health talks, I would only, all that I would actually get was like, they've talked about diabetes. Who do I know that actually has diabetes or has someone who has diabetes that I can be able to pass on this information so that I can sell to them products and make money? And that was the end. And for my first 5 years in the business, to be honest, I never used a lot of product. I only used majorly about the healthcare, the skincare, the health. Even when I would win like an incentive, all I would do is to look for a customer to buy that product. Because at my age, I felt like I never needed these products. But then my attitude changed after my first 5 years of doing New Life. My attitude changed and I felt that I need to use these products and I need to get people to use these products. Now, my first scenario was when I was actually invited into a certain home. And the person that I had actually gone to meet was actually, he had diabetes. My goodness, I got so scared. I saw how diabetes eats up people. This person had gotten a wound and it completely failed to heal. And then it had taken quite a number of months and it was rotten. And then the person refused that they should not remove that, they should not cut the leg. And then it was completely a total mess. Honestly, my first encounter with someone with diabetes was that one. And ever since then, when I left that house, I said, you know what? I am going to use these products. I am not going to wait to be sick. I am not going to wait to get diabetes so that I start using these products. I am going to start using these products right away. And that is the time Mr. Frederick talked about fiber tablets. I am one kind, at least every single year, I take about 14s of of fiber tablets because I want to detoxify myself. I want to sieve out those excess sugars that probably I could have been taking. At least I take 2 tins of botanical balance every single year because I do not want, with what I saw with diabetes, I don't want anything of that kind to happen to me. I have had encounters with people who have to inject themselves with insulin. And then I start imagining how life would be if I am going to inject myself every single day with insulin for the rest of my life. I said, no, I need to take these products. And thank God, we don't use these food supplements that Mr. Gichuka has been talking about. We don't use them because we are sick. We use them because we want to prevent ourselves from falling sick, because it is completely impossible for us to eat the right way. I mean, who in today's era, who can plant a tomato and harvest it without spraying on it chemicals? It's completely impossible. So that's why we need to take these supplements. So when I had those encounters, the other third encounter that I had, I get a call from this prominent family in the top government officers in Uganda, and they give me a call, they call me to their home. And when I get to their parking yard, my goodness, I found, do you know having cars worth about 500,000, actually $1 million parked in the parking yard. But then the owner could not even leave their bedroom, even to go to the toilet, could not leave their bedroom to come and sit in their living room, could not leave the bedroom to go and be driven in these beautiful cars. And they were only 58 years. That is when I actually got to learn that it is actually true that your health is your greatest wealth. And today I love these products. I force people to use these products. I force myself to use these products. I force my family members to use these products because I know what they can do. And if you are listening in for the very first time as a guest, and if you're listening in as a distributor, and then you have the same problems like I had, the same kind of mentality, the same kind of attitude I had, just making money and not using the products, please, I advise you to try to start using these products as soon as possible. If you're listening in for the very first time, even if you don't start the business, you must start using these products immediately. Because we all need them. We all need them. You need to start using them. So, and you see, when I started using these products, my business started changing. Because then I became more confident about these products. I would speak with confidence. When I would speak, someone would look at, yes, this man, what he's talking about, he means it. Let me also start using these products. So that's how I got started in business. I started by simply, I started even building more customer base. Today, by the way, in my country, today I move products worth about, currently this month as I speak, I so far have about 3,200 points. That's about 3,200 points. That's about $3,200 worth of product that I sell from my customer base, because my mission is to actually make the world a healthier and happier place. I force people to buy these products because I know that they need them just like I need them. And guess what, by the way? When I get people to use these products, a lot of money comes in. Like I told you, I got started in this business because I wanted to make money. I had just registered for a dead year because my mother didn't have money to keep me in school. So the products that Mr. Gichuka has been talking about that have been on market for over 64 years, they're the products that we use to build business. By simply recommending them to people, teaching people to use them, we get paid for that. And a lot of money, we get paid for that. So when I joined this business, I started recommending these products to people, getting people who are sick and recommending them, getting people who are so conscious about their health and they want to prevent themselves from getting sick. I started recommending them. I got people to use the products, and then money started coming in. I remember in my very first month, my commission together with my profits that I earned from Neolife were about $150. That was good money. I was a student who sometimes would struggle to get 3 meals. Now with $150, I could afford to eat 3 meals on a daily basis. I could afford to get airtime. I could afford to get transport. And then I also gained something precious that I had lost, which is hope. By the time I clocked 6 months in this business, I had 87 people that had said, yes, we need to use these products. We need to use them. And when these 87 people said yes, and they started using these products, I was promoted to a level we call director. A director is someone who earns between $500 to about $800, $1,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's a lot of money, especially to me, who had quit school because of school fees. That alone was actually enough for my school fees. And remember, it was a monthly payment. I didn't start school then because it was in the middle of the semester. I had to wait until the other semester started. But then while I was waiting, I kept on building my business. I kept on building my business, hoping more people to use the products, hoping more people to grow side businesses for side income. Actually, my mission today is to raise entrepreneurs to reach their full potential. I have a very, very strong testimony. So I spend my time teaching other young people on how they can also be able to make money, how they can also be able to come out of poverty. Today, we are in an economy where the prices are skyrocketing. The only way to survive is by building a side hustle. It's by building a side business. Yes, I don't know the salaries in Kenya. Maybe in Kenya, when prices increase, they increase your salaries. I don't know whether it happens that way. But in Uganda, when the economy is becoming tough, when the prices of everything is becoming very tough, the bosses are looking on how they can reduce the salaries. That's how it happens in Uganda. And I always love telling people, there is no way how the price of fuel is going to come from the price where it is today to halfway. It can't. It can't. So what is the solution? Building a side business, building a side hustle, putting off 2 to 3 hours every single day, or an average of 6 to 10 hours on a weekly basis to build such kind of a business. Within 1 year of doing Neolife, I had built a business that would pay me up to an average of $1,000 per month. I was only 21 years old, earning about an average of $1,200 per month. My goodness, do you know what that means? I went back to school. When I was in my second year, I imported my very first car. Some of my lecturers even were not driving. I remember one of my lecturers who actually forced himself to become a friend because after every lecture, I would have to give him a lift, especially when it was raining. You know, that's how my life kept on changing and changing and changing. And in 2011, September, it was quite unfortunate that we lost our dad. When we lost our dad, we are 8 in the family. I am the firstborn. I don't know how. At home, we are very, very intelligent people. My sisters are very intelligent. My brothers are very intelligent. What we didn't have was the money. Courtesy of Neolife, today I have a medical doctor who has graduated out of recommending the product that Mr. Freddie Gichuki was talking about. Out of building a network of people using products. My brother has graduated as a medical doctor. My sister is graduating in the month of Feb next year as a pharmacist at Makerere University. I have an electrical engineer who has also graduated out of Neolife. Sometimes I look at myself and I say, okay, so if I looked at this opportunity and I said, let me go and think about it, or I don't get started, or I started giving those lame excuses, like other people give, where would I be? Maybe I would be working in a supermarket. Maybe I would be working in a taxi as a conductor. Maybe I would be selling a few things around town to make some little money to make a living, you know. But today I am living, I'm not yet where I need to be. But if you met me I'm now 34, meet me at age 40, meet me at age 45, meet me at age 50, I am going to be owning one of the biggest buildings here in Kampala out of New Life. I have seen people who have done all these things. As we speak today, I have bought, today I drive 2 cars, SUVs, by the way. And I have a weakness of buying cars. I love cars. I love cars. In fact, my downline is called Dennis Tomushabi. We are importing for him a car in the month of December. So I said, by the way, I've driven this car. I drive a Kluger. I've driven it now for 4 years. And then the Suzuki Escudo, I've driven it for now less than a year. But then I said, why would I keep with the Kluger? It's now 4 years. Why not buy a new car? So I'm actually buying another car in December. And I don't like buying from around. I just love importing. Now I also got into a habit of investing my money. I love buying land because one of my mentors told me, Justus, you don't even need to stress about yourself. Just get your money, keep it in land. It will keep on growing. I have one piece of land that I bought at about 25 million shillings. The 25 million shillings in dollars is about almost about $8,000, I think. Yes, about $8,000. I bought it in March 2013. Today, it is actually valued. Today, it's actually valued for almost close to 200,000 US dollars. All out of Near Life. If you're here, wouldn't you love that? And you know the beauty about this? You can even continue doing your job, work with us part-time, and have these kind of achievements. If you are earning $1,000 from your workplace as salary, and then you're earning another $1,000 or $2,000 from New Life, I mean, it makes a whole huge difference. I mean, look, Mr. Freddy Gichoki was working part-time and then working with New Life, was working full-time, and now working with New Life part-time. And then he said, by the way, I mean, why stress myself with a job? Why not go full-time? You could even start part-time and with time you can go full-time. Now, talking about the lifestyle and travel, I've been traveling with New Life. At my level, I have 2 vacations. I am now working for another level called Presence Team, whereby I'll be earning an average of 5,000 US dollars per month. And I want it as fast as possible. I'm telling you, I am working like crazy because an average of 5,000 to 10,000 US dollars per month. My goodness, who does love that money? And then it also comes that 5,000 to 10,000 US dollars. Interestingly, it also comes with 2 extra holidays because I qualify for 2 at my level, but now that level actually comes for 2 extra holidays. Right now, as I speak, actually this coming week from the 7th up to the 14th, the Presence Team members are going to be in Barcelona. And when they're in Barcelona, I'm scratching my head. I'm like, I would be with them. So I am working so hard to that. I've been to Mombasa, I've been to Zanzibar, I've been to Kenya quite a number of times. I've been to Dar es Salaam quite a number of times. I've been to Zambia, Victoria Falls. I've been to Cape Town. I've been to Europe. I've been to Mauritius. Recently, at Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe, that is in Durban, South Africa. As we talk now, I am actually preparing. I already have a trip that I am fully qualified for, 100% paid for by New Life in the month of May. That is to Turkey, Istanbul. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? You're making a lot of money. You're using the best products on market. You're living a long and healthier life without free from chronic diseases. And then you're traveling for lifestyle. Guess what? I actually travel with my own mother. My mother is my partner in business. All these trips I have had from 2010 January up to today, the only times I have not traveled was 2020 and 2021, and that was because of COVID. But all the other trips have been there. I've been to the Windsor Country Golf Club twice, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, we all need this kind of life. This is very good life. We all need it. We deserve to be happy. If this business can change my life, humble as I started, young as I started, it can also be able to change your life. All you need is to get started. And by the way, you might think the way how I've talked about my story, you might think it's kind of like a smooth road. No. Of course, I've met some challenges as well. I've met some challenges. I've talked to some people and they said no. At some point, I used to be very poor at making sales. So I used to give excuses that me, I'm not good at making sales. At some point, I never knew how to work with people and grow people and train people. At some point, I didn't have the confidence to speak to you like the way I am speaking to you right now. I remember my very first meeting when I stood up to talk as an MC. I was told what I needed to talk. The distance walking from where I was, from the back to the front where I was going to introduce the next speaker. I reached there. I lost words. I don't remember mentioning my name. I said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was looking down, I said, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our next speaker. I didn't even mention their name. But then through the trainings, through the support, Mr. Freddie Kichuki is one of my good friends. He's one of the people that has mentored me. He's one of the people that has trained me. So every time I kept on listening to people like Mr. Freddie Gichuki, I kept on listening to when they were sharing. I kept on listening. I don't know whether Mr. Freddie Gichuki remembers, but the very first time when he came to Uganda to train, I was a senior manager. And when he spoke, I saw my future. When he spoke, I saw things happening. I saw things changing. And then he recorded a video, a Supergrow video. That Supergrow video built business for me, I'm telling you. So we are going to train you. We are going to support you. We are going to equip you with skills. And trust me, your life is going to change because of being part of New Life and because of, making the right decision. Ladies and gentlemen, if I am to continue talking, I am going to talk until the cows come back home. I will allow Mr. Freddie Gichuki. Please, you can have back your microphone and you close our meeting. Mr. Freddie Gichuki, are you there?